You're at the crossroads, debating which path to take for your training, self-defense, and fitness journey. MMA and boxing, they're both cool, but which one is the rocky road to success? Can the sweet science of boxing outshine the versatility of MMA when it comes to real-world defense? Are those precise jabs mightier than a combination of strikes, kicks, and ground game tactics? But before we dive into the epic world of MMA and boxing, do me a solid, hit that like button, and smash the subscribe for more combat sports goodness. Now let's get ready to rumble. Now, it's all about the situation you find yourself in. MMA and boxing are like dynamic duos, each packing a punch in its own way. MMA takes the cake for crafting a well-rounded fighter, blending stand-up finesse and ground tactics. It's like the yin and yang of combat sports. Now don't get us started on the age-old debate of which is superior, MMA or boxing. We're not here to force-feed you opinions. We're here to dish out the facts. MMA isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's a medley of martial arts, from Muay Thai to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a martial arts buffet, if you will. So, when we say MMA training, we mean diving into a pool of various combat styles. Sure, training at an MMA gym is gold if you're eyeing the octagon, but don't brush off boxing just yet. It's like the OG of striking, teaching you the art of bobbing and weaving. Now, why boxing? It's like your guardian in stand-up situations where spacing, timing, and reading your opponent are the keys to success. Let's face it, most fights kick off on their feet, and boxing equips you with the deadliest hands in the game. But wait, there's a twist: the ground game. Once the brawl hits the floor, boxing's magic starts to fade. That's where MMA swoops in like a superhero. MMA adapts to all sorts of skills and techniques. In MMA training, you're not just dodging punches, you're dealing with kicks, knees, and elbows too. And when the fight hits the ground, you're not left clueless. You've got a toolkit of options to pull from. Boxing. It's all about the hands. Sleek, precise, but here's the catch. It's a bit one-dimensional. Boxers rock the stand-up game, but toss in a leg kick or a takedown, and suddenly, they're doing some serious soul-searching. Don't get us wrong, boxing's not useless in a street brawl, but if you're aiming for the full toolkit in self-defense, MMA is the heavyweight champion. Leg kicks in MMA make boxers question their life choices, seriously. If self-defense is your game plan, we'd steer you towards an MMA gym or a combo of Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and boxing. Muay Thai and boxing cover your stand-up game, while Jiu-Jitsu is your ground game savior. And let's be real, fights usually end up there. Now, let's talk about the learning curve. Both MMA and boxing ain't a walk in the park. They're like boot camps for the brave. MMA, it's like playing chess, mastering stand-up, ground game, strikes, submissions, and defenses. On the flip side, boxing is the basics, focusing on hands, defense, and footwork. It's easier to learn than MMA, no doubt. But, and it's a big but, it ignores the lower half of your body. Come across any smart MMA fighter, and they'll exploit that gap. Boxers go the distance, slugging it out for 10 to 12 rounds, each lasting a solid 3 minutes. Cardio, conditioning, and core strength, they've got it down. But here's the kicker. They dodge the full weight of an opponent while grappling. On the other side, we have MMA with 3 rounds, each a heart-pounding 5 minutes. It's a different kind of conditioning, mixing stand-up finesse with ground game intensity. Want to shed pounds? Try cardio kickboxing or, trust me on this, a hardcore jiu-jitsu session. You'll be dripping sweat. Feeling like your workout isn't cutting it? Maybe it's time to switch gyms because combat sports are no walk in the park. Now the big question, MMA or boxing for your training journey? Here's the deal. They're both stellar, but so different. It's not just about which is better, it's about what speaks to you. Punches only or a toolkit full of kicks, knees, elbows, takedowns, and submissions, your call. If you're eyeing the pro fighter path, MMA is your go-to. It's the full package, striking, grappling, the works. But hey, no pressure. Whether you're into MMA, boxing, or any martial art that tickles your fancy, go with your gut. It's never too late to kickstart your journey. If you enjoyed this journey into the realms of MMA and boxing, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more action-packed content.